Thanks for joining us from the Ohio AgNet Voice with the News You Trust studio, sponsored by Grain Equipment Company, where innovation meets execution. I'm Dave Russell. Well, the incoming Trump administration recently announced 4 nominations for senior-level positions within the Agriculture Department, joining secretarial and deputy secretarial nominees on the selection list.
More nominees for senior-level Agriculture Department positions for the incoming Trump presidential administration. Following nomination of Texas's Brooke Rollins as Agriculture Secretary and former USDA General Counsel Stephen Vaden as Deputy Secretary, 4 more selections were recently announced, including former Farm Service Agency Administrator Richard Fordyce.
Those local county committees serve a really important role in helping to make decisions, providing oversight over that office.
To oversee FSA and other farm production and conservation agencies as Undersecretary. Former Marketing and Regulatory Programs Chief of Staff Dudley Hoskins was chosen for the MRP Undersecretary position. 2 private business leaders, South Dakota's Luke Lindberg and Idaho's Michael Boren, were nominated for Trade and Foreign Agricultural Affairs and Natural Resources and Environment Undersecretaries, respectively. I'm Rod Bain reporting for the U.S. Department of Agriculture in Washington, D.C.
427 national and state agricultural groups and agribusinesses sent a letter to leaders of the U.S. Senate Agriculture Committee supporting Brooke Rollins' nomination as Agriculture Secretary and calling on the committee and entire Senate to promptly confirm her for the cabinet post. The Senate Agriculture Committee has set Rollins' confirmation hearing for January 23rd. The groups noted they represent farmers, ranchers, growers, hunters, forest owners, conservationists, cooperatives, state departments of agriculture, renewable fuel producers, and agribusinesses nationwide, encompassing all aspects of American agriculture, food, nutrition, and rural America. The latest look at USDA's H5N1 testing strategy for milk from dairy cattle includes a number of states participating and level of testing among each state.
It's now over a month old. The second federal order involving milk testing for a strain of the H5N1 HPAI virus in dairy cattle. The update on the National Milk Testing Strategy from Alex Turner of USDA's Animal and Plant Health Inspection Service includes 28 states enrolled since early January, consisting of nearly 65% of the nation's milk production.
States that are working through different ways to utilize the testing infrastructure that exists, as well as build some of the testing infrastructure if that doesn't exist within their state, and kind of do the surveillance testing to give us a national idea of where this virus is, where it isn't, and kind of where we're at.
Currently, 3 tranches of states have been announced for the NMTS based on their level of testing. The strategy also involves 5 stages reflecting a state's testing activity and the presence of H5N1 in their state. I'm Rod Bain reporting for the U.S. Department of Agriculture in Washington, D.C.
McDonald's is ending its commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion within its supply chain. Despite the change, McDonald's says it met its U.S. goal of spending 25% of its supplier budget with diverse-owned companies 3 years ahead of schedule. The company said it will continue to report demographic information about its board, employees, and suppliers in an annual report. The company said it weighed several factors in making the change, including shareholder proposals, the 2023 Supreme Court decision that struck down affirmative action, and decisions by other companies that have reevaluated their own programs. The markets are next.
Joey from Vermont, a farmer trying to get through the winter. Adriana from South Carolina, a single mother living paycheck to paycheck. Liam from Ohio, an injured father struggling to provide for his family. Hi, I'm Shanola Hampton, and I support the Feeding America network of food banks because they help provide over 6 billion meals to people in need each year. Learn more at feedingamerica.org.
Nearly 90% of farmers say that financial worries, constantly changing market conditions, and other uncontrollable variables take a toll on their mental well-being. Add in the weather and family dynamics, well, it's a lot to handle alone. But did you know farmers and their families can receive free confidential services from licensed professionals? Support is available 24/7 to help with the challenges you face. Look for Farm Family Wellness Alliance under the Resources tab at farmfoundation.org. Take care of yourself. Your well-being matters.
The market's brought to you by Seed Consultants. Simply better performance online at seedconsultants.com. At the Board of Trade, March corn, $4.84 1/4, up 9 3/4. December corn, $4.56, up 3 1/4. March soybeans, $10.34, up 15 cents. November beans, $10.27 3/4, up 7. July wheat on Friday, $5.60 1/2, up 1. At the Mercantile Exchange, February cattle, $196.75, up 15 cents. February hogs, $81.12, down $1.17. March feeder cattle, $268.05, up 32 cents. This is the Ohio AgNet.